Item B, approval of the John Jay College of Criminal Justice student activity fee increase. Vice Chancellor Frank Sanchez will now provide an overview of the student activity fee increase.
Thank you, Trustee Basili. So this schedule and student activities fee represents an increase of $50 per semester in the student activity fee paid by undergraduate full-time students, an increase of $40 per semester in the student activities fee paid by part-time undergraduate students, and an increase of $30 in the student activity fee paid by graduate students. A referendum was held at the college in which a record 11% of the eligible students voted 995 in favor and 617 opposed to the student activity fee increase. On a personal note, President Jeremy Travis strongly supports this fee increase. One of my first meetings with President Jeremy Travis concerned the fact that the student activity fee had not changed since 1988, despite tremendous growth in enrollment, student participation, and inflation over the years. This year, student leadership committed itself to sponsoring a student activity fee increase that would enable the campus to provide a robust extracurricular program and drastically improve the level of student engagement. Representing the college today is Dean of Students Kenneth Holmes. He'll provide an overview of the fees and answer any questions from the committee. I also believe his student body president is also here, as well as President Travis has also joined us in the meeting. So please, if you join us at the table, that'd be great. Well represented by students, I see. This is good.
Well, of course, and particularly for this item.
Yes.
Madam Chair, I'll be very brief, but thank you for this opportunity to bring this item before this committee. This is a very good day for John Jay and our students. As the Vice Chancellor just alluded to, it's been a long time coming to have a student fee increase, activity fee increase at the college. And from where I sit as president, it's been something I've been hoping for all the time that I've been at John Jay. So this is a day to celebrate. We, again, fittingly, given the topic, we would like to hear from our students as to the value of the proposal that we're asking the committee to vote on. Dean Holmes, who is our Dean of Students, will sort of set the stage, and then I'm joined by Mahak Kapoor, who's the President of Student Council, Jeffrey Aiken, who's the Treasurer of Student Council. I want to say before they start speaking that this is happening today because of them and their administration and the commendable, really impressive campaign that they ran, which was totally engaging of students, highly informative, and would make any political candidate proud to see this ground level, get out the vote sort of action that is unprecedented in our campus. So we'll ask Dean Holmes to get us started.
Thank you, President Travis. I'd just like to add to what President Travis said, in that in 20 plus years of being in higher education, and I'd say in the last 10 years or so being a Dean of Students, I've never worked with such a fine group of students, and that is sincere. That comes from the heart. Normally in student affairs, we sort of work with students, you prop them up and then make them look good. This group, when I got here in July, I met with the president and she said, okay, I'm in, I hope you're happy here, Dean Holmes. This is what I want to do. And one of the things was raising the fee. We met, we talked about a strategy, tweaked a little bit, but they ran it all. So with that, I just think it's important that she and the Vice President be able to say a few words.
Thank you. The student activity at John Jay was first increased. Mahak Kapoor, President of Student Council. The student activity fee at John Jay was first increased in 1982, and then it was increased in 1988. But for the past 25 years, everything in the economy has gone up. But unfortunately, our student activity fee stayed the same. For some of us, it's an increase in a pre-birth fee. I wasn't even born. And I was dealing with funds from 1988. John Jay, a senior
Thanks
college.
for rubbing it in.
That wasn't the intention, though. John Jay, a senior college in the City University of New York, has one of the lowest student activity fees, but we have an expansion of student life academic year after academic year. We have over 50 student clubs, whether cultural or academic. We have one of the largest veterans population. Our campus activity board holds successful events semester after semester. We have growing services from our Women's Center and counseling services. But currently, we do have a lack of funding that hinders co-curricular activities to enhance the overall experience of a student. Fall of 2012, Student Council proposed to increase the student activity fee. We have received the greatest opportunity to campaign through various avenues for meeting students one-on-one. We created our own student activity fee, informative video, and one of the students named it like, "This is your commercial," and that was our commercial. That helped students understand the need for the increase, and we did have the support. Voting took place from March 11th to March 14th, and the 11% of the student body voted. Each year, there's an increase of votes. So we like that. Now last year was 10%, and this year we had the 11% of the student body vote, and we had the majority. And that shows that this student activity fee increase needs to happen, and it sets a stage for John Jay history. 25 years later, in 2013, this student activity fee has passed by the student body, and that is great for the student life here at John Jay. Do you have anything to add?
Jeffrey Aiken.
I just want to say, Jeffrey Akins, treasurer, student council, John Jay. We thought it was extremely important, and we made sure that we let students know that this was an investment. I think a lot of the times you have student engagement on campus, but it doesn't reach the entire campus, so students feel that this is like taxation without representation. And we made sure that we let them know that there are new initiatives in progress that we would love to work on, and by them supporting the fee, there would be new things like a student travel program. So students who want to go to professional conferences or students who want to do study abroad, there would be funding available for them to do that. And we also wanted to help enhance current services on campus, like the Urban Mel Initiative. Around CUNY, they're called the Black Mel Initiative, but at John Jay, they're the Urban Mel Initiative. So there was these certain areas we wanted to help enhance and bring new programming to the campus. And we let the students know that, and when we got to talk to them one-on-one, it made sense to them. And they was like, you know what, we have to support this. We have to make a change, and we have to do it right now. And so we like to look at ourselves as the history-making generation. So, this was something that was important, and I'm happy that we were able to get it done this year and leave a legacy for many years to come. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions to ask?
If I may, I just want to make a quick comment. These are my fellow students on the table, and I know them personally. And when they started the initiative, they actually brought it to the University Student Senate. They asked for advice on how to proceed and how to make the resolution better so the referendum can go through. And, different people, give them their input. And usually increase is something students don't like, but when it comes from the student, that shows that there is a need for it. And they were good enough explaining everything from how it's going to benefit from enhancing previous program to creating new opportunities. I want to congratulate them for making it happen. The only thing I want to say is, please, when you graduate, please come back to see if the fee has been really used properly as you get it approved. That's the only thing I have to say.
We're working on that.
Are there any other questions? questions?
I have a comment and then a question. I also want to congratulate the students for their leadership. Dean Holmes is absolutely right. Oftentimes we work to help our students look good. In this case, I think they made the administration look good. So congratulations. But I do have one question. In regards, I heard a number of initiatives that you're beginning to contemplate. When you talk to students, what are some of the things they want to see more of, or they want to see improved? What are you hearing in terms of what students want to see in terms of student activities or student life, the collegiate experience?
One of the things we heard was more professional development. We have events from the Office of Student Life, from student clubs, but student travel is something that touches professional development directly to students. If you're a student and you want to present at a conference, but there's a lack of funding for it because financially it doesn't cover it, that you can propose something to student travel as a student to present at that conference. So professional development was one of them.
Great. Thank you.
And as a former president of Staten Island Community College, we did many years ago have opportunities to go to conferences and expand our horizons, and that's what's important. May I have a motion to approve? Have a second? Okay. Any further discussions or any questions at this point? No? All in favor? Opposed? So moved. Very good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our information items. I'd like to ask Vice Chancellor Frank Sanchez to address the committee.
The Council of Presidents, Student Affairs, and Special Programs Committee unanimously approved a $2,500 increase to the athletics dues, the CUNY Athletic Conference dues. The current $5,000 fee has not been increased in not quite 25 years, but 14 years, and is significantly below the 25th percentile of national standards for Division III athletics. The national average for Division III conferences is at $18,000, and we'll be raising ours to $7,500. At the annual Somos El Futuro conference in Albany a few weeks ago, students from the Ernesto Malave Leadership Academy were recognized for their outstanding service in the aftermath of Superstorm Sandy, with citations from the New York State Assembly at an awards luncheon. The citations were presented by Assembly Member Felix Ortiz. Additionally, 20 students from the Malave Leadership Academy's CUNY Corps recently returned from their alternative spring break in Syracuse, New York, where they partnered with Habitat for Humanity to rebuild a home for a family in need. The Central Office of Student Affairs is collaborating with campuses for the CUNY's 10th Annual Disability Awareness Month. More than 40 consciousness-raising events that honor the distinctive contributions that members of the university community with disabilities have made to CUNY and to New York City. A conference on serving students on the autism spectrum at BMCC in partnership with the City Council is scheduled for April 24th. This past Friday, we also had the 4th Annual Accessibility Conference at John Jay. The Office of International Student and Scholar Services will hold its annual awards ceremony Friday, April 19th at Baruch Performing Arts Center. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor Sanchez. The Committee on Student Affairs and Special Programs will now go into executive session in order to consider student disciplinary appeals. Because the college disciplinary hearing in this case was not open to the public, this session will be closed as well. Thank you for your cooperation.